Respect it. If you are working harder than ever, but your life still isn't changing, then listen carefully. Because the biggest mistake most people make isn't that they don't work hard, it's that they spend years climbing the wrong ladder. Today, you're about to discover why working smarter, not just harder, can completely change your future. There comes a moment in every person's life when they look around and quietly ask themselves, why am I still here? You wake up early, you stay up late, you sacrifice weekends, you give your energy to everyone around you. You tell yourself that one more year of hard work will finally bring success. But another year passes, and somehow you're standing in the exact same place. That feeling is heavier than failure, because failure at least tells you that you tried. But feeling stuck makes you question whether your effort even matters. I want you to understand something. Hard work is honorable. Nobody can ever take that away from you. Sweat has built nations. Sacrifice has raised families. Discipline has changed lives. But hard work without direction is like rowing a boat with all your strength, while the anchor is still tied to the ocean floor. You're exhausted, not because you're weak, but because you're pulling against something that isn't moving. Life isn't asking you to work less. Life is asking you to think differently. Imagine a man carrying bricks from sunrise to sunset. Every day he carries hundreds of bricks across a field. His shoulders ache, his hands bleed. Years pass, then another man arrives with a wheelbarrow. Suddenly, one trip carries what used to take 10. Now tell me honestly, who worked harder? The first man, who accomplished more. The second one, the difference wasn't strength. The difference was wisdom. Too many people confuse being busy with being productive. They fill every hour of the day with activity and wonder why their dreams never get closer. They're answering emails that don't matter. They're saying yes to people who drain them. They're chasing opportunities that don't align with their purpose. They're running, but they're running in circles. One day, a young man asked an older businessman, "What's the secret to your success?" The old man smiled and said, "I stopped trying to do everything." The young man looked confused. The old man continued, "When I was your age, I believed success belonged to the busiest person in the room. Then I realized success belongs to the person who knows what deserves their attention." That lesson changed everything. Attention is the most valuable currency you'll ever own. Money can disappear and return. Opportunities can be lost and replaced. But the hours you waste today will never come back. Every morning, life places 24 fresh hours into your hands. Some people spend them reacting. Others spend them creating. One group hopes life changes. The other decides it will. The greatest investment you will ever make isn't in stocks, real estate, or business. It's in your mind, because your income rarely grows beyond your thinking for very long. You don't attract opportunities simply because you work hard. You attract them because you've become the kind of person who can recognize and handle them. That's why personal growth matters more than personal comfort. Most people spend years trying to change their circumstances. Very few spend years changing themselves. And yet everything changes when you do. Think about a tree. Nobody stands outside every morning pulling on its branches, hoping they'll grow faster. The growth happens underground first. The roots grow before the fruit appears. That's exactly how success works. The world celebrates what people can see, but greatness is built in places nobody applauds. It's built when you're reading instead of scrolling. It's built when you're learning instead of complaining. It's built when you're improving instead of comparing. Every skill you gain becomes another tool life can use to open a new door. Fear, however, has a different plan. Fear whispers, stay where it's safe. Fear says, don't risk looking foolish. Fear convinces you that waiting is smarter than acting. But here's what I've learned. The perfect moment never arrives. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence is born because of action. Every successful person you've ever admired once stood exactly where you are. Unsure, scared, questioning themselves. The only difference is they took one step before they felt ready, and then another, and another. Small decisions create massive destinies. Most people underestimate what consistency can accomplish. They look for overnight miracles while ignoring daily improvements. One page a day becomes dozens of books. One new skill becomes a career. One disciplined habit becomes an entirely different life. Success rarely explodes into your life. Most of the time, it quietly grows while nobody notices. That's why patience is power. A farmer doesn't dig up his seed every morning to check if it's growing. He waters it, protects it. Trust the process. Your dreams deserve the same patience. Stop measuring your life against someone else's timeline. Some people bloom at 20, others at 40. Some businesses succeed immediately. Others take years before anyone notices. The clock isn't your enemy. Quitting is. Never let someone else's highlight reel make you doubt your own journey. The strongest people aren't always the fastest. They're the ones who refuse to stop growing. Growth isn't always exciting. Sometimes growth feels lonely. Sometimes growth means saying no to people you care about. Sometimes growth means waking up before the world does, because your future deserves more attention than your excuses. And sometimes growth means admitting you've been working incredibly hard on the wrong things. That realization isn't failure, it's freedom. Because once you know better, you can move differently. Instead of asking, how can I work harder? Begin asking, how can I create more value? Instead of asking, how many hours should I work? Ask, what skills should I master? Instead of asking, why isn't life fair? Ask, who must I become? Those questions change everything. Your future isn't built by effort alone. It's built by focused effort, purposeful effort, intentional effort, the kind of effort that grows your mind before it grows your bank account. Because once your thinking expands, your possibilities expand with it. Remember this, hard work opens the door. Smart work shows you which door is worth opening. And when you combine both, nothing can stop the person you're becoming. There comes a season in life when you finally realize that exhaustion is not a trophy. For years, society teaches us that the busiest person is the most successful person. We celebrate the one who sleeps 4 hours, skips family dinners, never takes a vacation, and wears stress like a badge of honor. People applaud the hustle, but they never ask the most important question. Is all this hustle actually taking you where you want to go? That question changes lives, because many people are moving fast without moving forward. Picture a man standing on a treadmill. He runs for hours. His heartbeat races, sweat pours down his face, his legs ache. Anyone watching him would say that man is working incredibly hard, but when he steps off the treadmill, he's still exactly where he started. Now imagine another person who walks slowly but consistently toward a destination. He doesn't look impressive. He isn't rushing. He isn't trying to impress anyone. But every single step brings him closer to the life he dreams about. One is chasing motion. The other is creating progress. Life rewards progress. One day, a young employee walked into his manager's office frustrated. He had worked at the company for 8 years. He was always the first person to arrive and the last one to leave. Yet someone younger had just received the promotion he wanted. He couldn't understand it. I've worked harder than anyone here, he said. The manager nodded. You're right, he replied. You have worked harder. But while you spent 8 years doing the same job better, he spent those 8 years learning how to solve bigger problems. Those words hurt, but sometimes the truth hurts because it's trying to wake us up. Your value in life is not determined by how tired you are. It's determined by the problems you're capable of solving. Think about that. A person digging a hole with a shovel works harder than an engineer operating an excavator. Yet the engineer creates more value because he learns skills that multiply his effort. Knowledge is a multiplier. Wisdom is a multiplier. Discipline is a multiplier. Your mind is either your greatest investment or your greatest limitation. Too many people believe they don't have time to learn, but somehow they have hours to scroll through social media, hours to worry, hours to compare themselves with strangers, hours to replay old mistakes. Imagine if even 1 hour every day was dedicated to becoming better. 1 hour reading, 1 hour practicing, 1 hour building, 1 hour thinking, 1 hour improving. A single hour seems small, but years from now, that hour will separate your future from the future of people who kept saying, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow has stolen more dreams than failure ever could. The greatest danger isn't making mistakes. The greatest danger is becoming comfortable. Comfort whispers sweet lies. It tells you that average is enough. It tells you that someday you'll have more time. It tells you that you're too old, too young, too broke, too busy, too ordinary. Comfort never shouts. It quietly rocks people to sleep while their dreams slowly disappear. Growth, on the other hand, feels uncomfortable. Growth asks you to study when everyone else is watching television. Growth asks you to save money when everyone else is spending it. Growth asks you to believe in yourself before anyone else does. That's difficult, but difficult creates different. If you want a different life, you must become a different person, not someday. Today, every successful person eventually learns one powerful lesson. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. You lose your job, do you complain, or do you learn a new skill? Someone rejects your idea. Do you quit, or do you improve it? Life closes one door. Do you sit outside crying, or do you start building another entrance? Your response creates your future. There was once a man who planted bamboo seeds. Every day he watered them. Every day he protected the soil. Weeks passed. Nothing. Months passed. Still nothing. Most people would have quit, but he kept watering. Then one day, after years of invisible growth beneath the surface, the bamboo suddenly shot into the sky faster than anyone could imagine. People called it overnight success. It wasn't overnight. The roots had simply been growing where nobody could see them. Your life may feel exactly like that right now. You may be learning lessons nobody notices, building habits nobody applauds, improving skills nobody celebrates. Don't stop. Invisible growth is still growth. The world only celebrates the harvest, but heaven rewards the planting. You don't need everyone to believe in your dream. You only need enough courage to keep showing up. Every sunrise gives you another opportunity, another page, another decision, another chance to become stronger than you were yesterday. Don't waste that gift trying to prove yourself to people who have already decided to misunderstand you. Spend your energy proving something to the person staring back at you in the mirror. Become so disciplined that excuses sound embarrassing. Become so focused that distractions lose their power. Become so valuable that opportunities begin searching for you. Remember, successful people don't wait until motivation arrives. Motivation comes and goes like the weather. Discipline stays. Discipline gets up when feelings don't. Discipline keeps reading after excitement disappears. Discipline keeps practicing after failure. Discipline keeps believing when results are invisible. That's why discipline beats talent almost every time. Talent opens the first door. Discipline keeps every other door open. One day, you'll wake up and realize that the habits you once struggled to build have quietly built you. Your confidence won't come from motivational speeches. It will come from promises you've kept to yourself. Your courage won't come from luck. It will come from surviving days you once thought would break you. And your success won't come from working the longest hours. It will come from learning, adapting, thinking wisely, and combining smart decisions with relentless effort. That's the formula. Work hard, think harder, grow every day. Protect your peace, guard your time, invest in your mind, because the person who learns faster than everyone else will eventually lead everyone else. The future belongs to those who refuse to stop becoming better. The greatest transformation in your life will not happen the day you earn your first $1 million. It will not happen the day people finally applaud your success. It will not happen the day your name becomes known. It will happen on the quiet morning when you wake up and realize you are no longer the person who used to make excuses. That is the day your future truly begins. Most people spend years trying to change their circumstances without ever changing their character. They pray for bigger opportunities while holding on to smaller habits. They dream about extraordinary lives while repeating ordinary routines. Life doesn't work that way. The life you want is hidden inside the person you're willing to become. Imagine an eagle. When a storm approaches, most birds panic. They rush to find shelter. They hide in fear, waiting for the storm to pass. The eagle does something different. It spreads its wings and flies directly toward the storm. As the powerful winds rise, they lift the eagle higher than it could ever fly on a calm day. Think about that. The very thing that frightens everyone else becomes the force that carries the eagle to a higher place. Your challenges can become exactly that. Every disappointment can teach wisdom. Every rejection can build resilience. Every failure can sharpen your focus. Every difficult season can prepare you for responsibilities you couldn't handle before. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this teaching me? That one question changes suffering into strength. There was once a craftsman known throughout his town for building the strongest bridges. One day, a young apprentice asked him, "How do you make bridges that last for generations?" The old craftsman smiled. "I don't begin by thinking about the bridge," he said. "I begin by studying the ground." The apprentice looked confused. "The stronger the foundation," the old man continued, "the greater the weight it can carry. Your life is no different. Your foundation is your character. It's your discipline when nobody is watching. It's your honesty when lying would be easier. It's your consistency when quitting feels tempting. It's your attitude when life doesn't go your way. People admire success, but success is simply the visible result of an invisible foundation. If you build your confidence on compliments, criticism will destroy you. If you build your happiness on money, hardship will break you. If you build your identity on other people's approval, rejection will leave you empty. But if you build yourself on purpose, faith, discipline, and continuous growth, no storm can shake you for long. Never underestimate the power of small improvements. A single degree changes the direction of an airplane and determines where it lands thousands of miles later. A tiny habit repeated every day can completely redirect your future. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Read 10 pages. Exercise for 20 minutes. Write down your goals. Practice gratitude. Learn one new idea. Call someone who inspires you. These actions don't seem extraordinary today, but 1 year from now, they create an extraordinary person. The world loves dramatic transformations. Real life is built through quiet consistency. Some people are waiting for the perfect opportunity. Others are creating it. Some people spend years saying, "I'll start when I'm ready." The winners simply begin, ready or not, perfect or imperfect, confident or afraid, because they understand something most people never learn. Action creates clarity. Waiting creates doubt. You don't need to know every step before taking the first one. If a driver can only see a few hundred feet ahead at night, that doesn't stop him from completing a 1,000-mile journey. He simply keeps moving. As he moves, more of the road becomes visible. That's exactly how your purpose unfolds. You don't discover your destiny by standing still. You discover it by walking. There will always be critics, people who tell you your dream is too big, people who laugh at your vision, people who remind you of every mistake you've ever made. Let them talk. The tree with the sweetest fruit is the one that receives the most stones. Don't waste your energy convincing people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Spend that energy becoming undeniable. Let your discipline speak. Let your results speak. Let your peace speak. One day, the same people who question your journey may ask how you found your success. Smile, because they'll never see the countless mornings you chose growth over comfort. They'll never see the nights you kept learning while others were sleeping. They'll never see the moments you wanted to quit but refused. Success is never built in the spotlight. It's built in the shadows. Remember this: working harder can earn you a paycheck. Working smarter can build a career. But growing wiser every single day can build a legacy. And a legacy is not measured by the money you leave behind. It's measured by the lives you inspire. It's measured by the courage you awaken in others. It's measured by the example you set when nobody expected you to succeed. One day, someone you have never met will refuse to quit because they watched you refuse to quit. Someone will believe in themselves because you chose to believe in yourself. Someone will change their family's future because you proved that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things through faith, discipline, wisdom, and relentless action. Never think your growth is only about you. Every step you take upward creates a path someone else can follow. So when tomorrow morning arrives, don't ask yourself how many hours you need to work. Ask yourself how many ways you can become more valuable. Don't ask how busy you can be. Ask how intentional you can become. Don't chase exhaustion. Chase excellence. Don't chase recognition. Chase mastery. Don't chase shortcuts. Chase wisdom. Because hard work may open the first door. Smart work may unlock the next one. But a transformed mindset will open doors you never even knew existed. Walk through them with courage. Walk through them with humility. Walk through them with unwavering faith. The world doesn't need another person who is simply busy. It needs someone who is growing, leading, serving, learning, and becoming stronger every single day. And that person can be you. Before you leave today, I want you to make one promise. Not to me, but to yourself. Promise yourself that you will never confuse movement with progress again. Promise yourself that you will stop measuring your worth by how exhausted you feel and start measuring it by how much you grow. From this day forward, don't just wake up to work. Wake up to improve. Wake up to learn. Wake up to become someone your future self will thank you for becoming. Remember, the greatest investment you will ever make is not in a business, a job, or even a bank account. The greatest investment is in the person you become. Every book you read expands your vision. Every skill you master increases your value. Every disciplined decision strengthens your character. Every obstacle you overcome prepares you for an even greater opportunity. There will be days when nothing seems to work. Days when you question your purpose. Days when the results are invisible and the effort feels endless. Don't stop. A diamond is created under pressure, not comfort. A sword becomes powerful only after enduring fire. The strongest trees are the ones that survive the fiercest storms. Your difficult season is not here to destroy you. It is here to develop you. One day you will look back and realize that the moments you wanted to quit were the very moments that shaped the person you were meant to become. Never underestimate the power of one decision. One decision to stop making excuses. One decision to wake up earlier. One decision to learn instead of complain. One decision to stay disciplined when everyone else gives up. That single decision can change the direction of your entire life. Success is not reserved for the lucky. It belongs to those who prepare. It belongs to those who remain faithful when nobody is watching. It belongs to those who keep moving forward one step at a time, even when the road is uncertain. So wherever you are today, whether you're starting from nothing, rebuilding after failure, or chasing a dream that feels impossible, remember this: your past does not define your future. Your circumstances do not determine your destiny. Your excuses do not have the final word. Your decisions do. Choose growth over comfort. Choose discipline over distraction. Choose wisdom over busyness. Choose consistency over excuses. Work hard. Work smart. Believe deeply. Keep learning. Keep serving. Keep becoming. Because the life you've been praying for is waiting on the person you're willing to become. If this message touched your heart, Don't let it end here. Take one action today that your future self will thank you for. Share this message with someone who needs hope. Leave a comment about the one habit you're committed to changing starting today. Subscribe for more motivational journeys that challenge your mindset, strengthen your discipline, and inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Until next time, remember this: the road to greatness is not walked by the strongest or the luckiest. It is walked by those who refuse to stop growing. And as long as you keep growing, your best days are still ahead of you.